Hello and welcome again to another time-ticking YouTube video. Today we're going to be discussing Arabic numerals and a little bit of their history as far as time telling goes. So stick with us through this intro and we'll get right to it with you. In timekeeping, there are plentiful ways to display the time. Nowadays, a lot of trendy watch companies are going for a more minimalist style, opting for tick marks or no markings at all on the dial while telling time with the hands. However, most timepieces nowadays feature Arabic numerals. Although Roman numerals were historically more popular in the West for ages, the last few centuries have evolved timepieces toward Arabic numerals as a preferred readout. As it goes, the history of these numbers becoming the norm starts out in more ancient days. This everyday number system is inextricably tied to the history of mathematics and cross-cultural communication over multiple centuries. Though for all intents and purposes many details are going to be left out today, here's a brief timeline to explore this phenomenon in numbers. Now, the term Arabic numerals can be a bit misleading. The fragmented origins of this number system actually began in Egypt around the 3rd century. From there, Indian scholars in the 6th and 7th century began to develop it into something much more recognizable to today's trained eyes. As they still exist, the symbols ranging 1 through 9 and resetting at 0 were decimal numbers based around multiples of 10. What were in their time becoming written as known as Hindu numerals were gaining notoriety in other parts of the East. Although this number system was developing quite nicely in India, this numerical style didn't become part of the Western consciousness without substantial help from Arabian scholarly pursuits. As it were, by the early 9th century, a man by the name Al-Khwārizmī wrote a deep study in Arabic on Hindu numerals and their application. The Latin translation of Al-Khwārizmī's work began appearing in North Africa and what we know as modern Spain in the 10th century. This was the first introduction Europeans had to this number system, thus gaining the moniker Arabic in the West. Although the introductions began in the 10th century, it was at the dawn of the 13th century that Leonardo Fibonacci began heavily promoting Hindu-Arabic numerals through his literature. The father of modern algebra, Fibonacci lauded the Hindu-Arabic number system for its simplicity and effectiveness. This promotional endorsement reinforced the effectiveness of the Hindu-Arabic numeral system in academics, but it still took some time to gain further popularity. In the 15th century, European acceptance of this Hindu-Arabic numeral system began taking its biggest leap forward with the invention of the printing press. In terms of the printing press, the Hindu-Arabic number system was a real convenience. Requiring only 10 typesets, the 1 through 9 and 0 system grew into greater use and popularity as information became more democratized around Europe. Because of this, new technology in timekeeping, clocks more specifically, began adopting these numbers, the biggest player in adopting these numbers in timekeeping being England, respectively. This had some bearing on global colonialism and the co-opting of other societies' cultures for informational gain. From the 15th century on, the Hindu-Arabic numeral system continued to have an influence on culture in the West. When calculating equations, even simple ones involving timekeeping, it became an easy-to-read system in the coming centuries. By the early 1800s, personal timepieces became more democratized. Into the early 1900s, the personal wristwatch saw Hindu-Arabic numerals flying across Europe during mass global conflict. And through the late 1900s, into our current date, digital time-telling primarily abides this set of numbers. However, countless modern technological advancements could not have been shared globally without these handy numerals. Although many civilizations and empires have risen and fallen in the time it took for us to get to the Arabic numerals, or Hindu-Arabic numerals, or Eastern Arabic numerals, or Western Arabic numerals, as many people have changed the name over time, there's one thing that holds very true and simple about these numbers. They look great on a wristwatch dial and continue to hold fast as our #1 go-to in mathematics and time telling. Hello, and thanks for watching our YouTube video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and you can find similar videos right here. For more new and interesting content from Timesticking on our channel, please subscribe at the link here. And for more information about wristwatch repair and watch maintenance generally, you can find us at timesticking.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.